get started.
I like that. Quick and on the mark.
There we go.
Well,
Hi.
well, first of all, the first 7 minutes and I'm looking at this movie, I'm like, you know what? This is tough. This is not easy. I already know kind of what she's going through as that non-actor. It's hard to hide beauty, first of all. And when you do, you make it even more believable. Talk about how you did this role, because no matter what, you've got to still go behind the scenes and be that exec producer. Talk about that.
Yeah, it just took a lot of planning, because as a producer, it's your job to do everything, to make sure, at least in the movie world, the producer is the person you go to for everything. But as an actor doing a role like this, I cannot be someone that some people are asking silly questions in the middle of the day. So I just had to prep the heck out of it, make sure that everything was covered, and then delegate and trust that delegation, so that I could fully be that character as soon as we said action. That's all I was the actor. And I was really lucky. I had incredible people around me who were all 100% on board with the mission of creating this incredible piece of art.
You know, anytime you have something that says Gravitas Ventures on it, you know it's going to be good. I love anything that they have. I immediately want to have a link. I immediately want going to go pay to see that movie because they have quality films. Talk about having that company to come out support, because that's not easy. They don't just pick anything.
You know what? It is not easy. So I had done production and pre-production for my whole career, and I really felt that I could take on this movie as a producer and make some positive changes and get this out, no problem. And I hired 50% women and 75% people of color. And we had the smoothest production, not a minute of overtime. You know, everything was great. And then we edited it, and I was like over the moon. The movie is amazing. We did it. Now what? And then now what is the part that I had never done before. You know, I've never been the producer out selling, out doing, you know, the deliverables and any of that. And so I honestly thought, well, yeah, but I have a great movie. Come and get it. And it just wasn't like that. It was really hard. It took a lot of patience and practice and connections. And finally, it paid off. And we got a chance to share it with Gravitas. And every other step of this project was so hard. And that one was just, there's someone named Bill who called me immediately and said, I need this. This is ours. We want to work with you. And I just about cried because, as you said, Gravitas is such a big deal. You know, we were going down the list, like anybody at this point. And to have Gravitas say, not, we want to talk to you. Oh, no, we want this movie. It's amazing. It was a really big win for us.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Because like I said, dealing with them over the years and other companies, I'm like, there's not a lot of them that are really good and that will put their money where their mouth is, and that's good. Talk about this, because I know this is hard from doing junkets for so many 30-something years. Being locked in and trapped in a room, whether you're handcuffed to something, tied up, half naked, cold, tired, and then you got to get up and be asked sometimes dumb questions as that producer. What was that really like for you?
You know, the uncomfortable and physical nature of the role really helped in a lot of ways. It was uncomfortable and physically demanding and painful, but that made it that much easier to play those things. You know what I mean? So I didn't ever complain about that. You know, when they say, okay, lay on the floor and it's freezing cold. Well, yeah, that's what it would be. And it would be uncomfortable and it would be painful. So don't heat the floor and make me comfortable, because I have to act like I'm in agony anyway. So that's the job being hard was what I expected in every way. I expected to feel absolutely knocked out at the end of every day, physically and mentally, and I did. And I also had to keep working out throughout all of this. I couldn't just go to bed. I had to do really hard workouts to make sure that I was working out beyond the ability of my muscles so that everything hurt. If you've ever done a really hard workout and you get what's called T-Rex arms, just like reaching for a glass of water hurts, that's what I wanted my whole body to feel like, because that's what my character is feeling without knowing why. And so, you know, if I had to act, one less thing, if I could just actually be in sort of this pain and that I didn't have to remind myself to be in, I felt like it was a leg up. But it was a lot of work to do that.
Talk about your co-host who's just alongside of you, because the pairing was great. I can only imagine what that casting was like, what that was like when she came in. I'm like, what did they see? Ah, I can see it on the screen, but what did she bring to the table? Because you got that great give and take. And the other thing is, when the audience is actually rooting with you to fight your way out, there's so many women in today's situation like that. It is so sad. You want to cheer for them even more.
Absolutely. The sisterhood was so important. It was the biggest thing in this. I needed an actress who would get on the floor with me and crawl around and, you know, do you know what I mean? Like I no pads, no like oh, is my hair good? Does my no, like we need to be in this. We don't have time for that drama, and we need to have that sort of kinetic energy between us that we both know we don't have time for that drama. Let's get this take. And so the most important thing was that I hire an actress who was a cool chick, honestly. And I had heard really great things about Sophia. So check on that. And then the next thing was, can she do the part? And would we have that chemistry? And I wanted to have auditions, but in all honesty, I had this list of people, and I just knew it was Sophia. I just knew. And I said, I just need to talk to her. I want to have this conversation. I had never seen her before in person. I'd seen her work. And there was something about her work and the energy that she brings to her characters that was Sam to me. It was exactly Sam. And so when I emailed her to read the script, tell me what she thought, is she interested in, you know, auditioning, the email that she sent back was basically written the way I would hope that Sam would write back. Everything that she saw in the script, everything that she was pointing out, everything she was excited about was from Sam's perspective. And I was like, she's the one, because I don't have to explain it. The director doesn't have to get into her head. And we are already looking at it, Sam and Trisha. We have those two different perspectives. And I offered her the role, and she had another job. She was busy. She turned it down. And we went on to casting, and I could not get it out of my head. And I was so stressed because I was like, all these other women are great, but they're not Sam. And this is not our movie. I don't know why. I just know it's not, this isn't right. So I sent her an email and I said, I can't quit you. I need you to reconsider. And turned out her other movie pushed. And so she was able to do ours and then that one. And I'm so grateful that that worked out that way. It was meant to be.
You made the right choice, because the chemistry was there. And I say this from having seen over 35, a little bit over 35,000 movies plus. So when I see things, I've been doing this since 1989. So when I see these things like that, when I used to have to buy movies from home video, AFM and things like that, when I didn't know what I was doing, saying, how am I going to watch all these movies? And when you see something like this that I know can be real, that has happened, that does it for me. So congratulations with you on that. Good thing that you have this other side job, come a little bit known for dancing. Just maybe you can dance just a little bit. And one last question: was your daughter someplace in the corner with locked in the box near you someplace saying, mommy, mommy?
I had her on my back as I was acting. No. So I actually lived in a trailer outside of that house for the entire filming because I just needed to, the commute would have killed me. You know, I had so many jobs and so many roles, like being in the car for 30, 45 minutes, that would have killed me. So we lived in that trailer, and every time I would come out of the house just traumatized and, you know, snotty and, oh, so sad, my little 1-year-old daughter would go, hey. And I was out of it. I was mom again. I was happy because this life is the life I chose. And, you know, it really pulled me out of that mental space of the character. And she was such a joy. And she was never scared of me. It was really interesting. I had, you know, fake cuts and bruises all over, and never bothered her at all.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So last question: what do you hope the audience gets out of seeing this movie? And give your social media links for everybody to follow your journey on getting this out.
Yes, please support Persona. Support movies that hire people of color and women. We hired 50% women, 75% people of color to tell this story, because it's a story about women of color. So, you know, we need to have those voices in the conversation. And I really hope that you, first of all, follow me, Shanti Lowry, on Instagram, and Persona Movie on Instagram. Please order it. Please watch it. and then have a real conversation about sisterhood and friendship and community, and also victimization and villainization of women, and definitely true crime conversations about why is it that we don't look for brown women. There's so many interesting conversations that can be had out of this movie. And then also enjoy yourself, because it's great.
And just for the record, as soon as that movie was done, actually before it was done, I was following you on my phone. And then I went to go follow you today on Facebook. So congratulations on that. And continued success. And I'm sure we'll see each other at a function coming up in Los Angeles or New York.
I certainly hope
Congratulations.
so. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
I'm not hard to find.
Neither am I. Let's get together.
Congratulations. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We will see you soon.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great day.